and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking about a lip product, which is why I don't have any on right now. I thought we'd try it on together. And when I went to Sephora to pick this up, it said it was new, but then when I looked into it a little bit more, I don't think it's that new, but new to me. And I loved the color, and I thought that the applicator was really interesting. It's got an angle on it. Okay, I don't know what they're doing over there, but it is really loud, so not sure how long that's gonna last, hopefully not long. What the suggestion was to use this angled portion as a lip liner and then fill in after. And just lining my lips as I would with a lip liner on the pointed edge, which would help since I have different colors going on here. The exterior has a darker pigment than the interior, so lip liner would definitely help. I purchased this New Year's Eve, and I've been wearing it since then. What I'm going to do is fill it in, and one of the claims is that it's an 8-hour wear, and I did test it for 8 hours, and I can say it doesn't really last for 8 hours. The stain underneath it does, but then your lips get really chapped. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the rest. So after 8 hours of eating, I did note that there was some residual color as a stain left on there, but it doesn't look like the original application. I also tried not moisturizing because I knew that would remove the color, but my lips got really chapped. Not because of the product, but because I normally just put lip balm on or lip gloss during the day. So to not put anything on wasn't comfortable for me. I would definitely be reapplying this maybe, I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 times within that 8-hour span. So that's not that bad, but it definitely wouldn't last 8 hours for me. It also claims to be a featherweight type of product, which it is. You can't really feel it. It's very lightweight. Another claim that they make is that it doesn't feather. So if you have some fine lines around the exterior, then it shouldn't travel into those lines. I do have some very teeny tiny lines here, and there's no bleeding into those. I generally don't have an issue with it, but I can see how this wouldn't move. What's nice is that you can overline your lips a little bit with this as well. Let's see, I'll do it a little bit. Let's talk about what else it says it can do. The ink-like formula gives your lips 8 hours of wear, leaving them looking gorgeous all day without having to reapply. I don't think it's ink-like, it's very creamy. So to me, an ink-like formula is something more watery. I don't know if I agree with that. And 8 hours of wear without having to reapply. For me, I couldn't go 8 hours without reapplying. I would have to, like I said, reapply 2 or 3 times within that time period. It's a lip stain. I don't know if it's as much of a lip stain as there's a Dior lip stain. That was more of a stain for me, although I did not like that product. If you know the one I'm talking about, it's the Dior Tattoo. That's more of a stain. This is not as much of a stain. And then it says it's ultra matte. I don't know if I agree with ultra matte. If I dab off the excess, then it will become more matte, but also you don't have as much pigment left on there. And it's a lightweight naked lip feel, which I agree with. Very lightweight. It says the formula glides on your lips and will feel practically like nothing as it is quick drying. I don't know if it's quick drying because it hasn't dried yet, and transfer free. That is not accurate. So I'm gonna let it sit a little bit, but then I'm gonna test it, and then you can see that it wasn't transfer free. Indulge your lips in perfect nudes, polished pinks, and to die for plums. The spatula applicator gives the precision of a liner with the control of a brush for perfectly defined lips with every application. I do like that the applicator is angled like that with a nice point so you can line with it. I really like that. Which is why I'm interested in one of the lighter colors, which was not in stock when I went there. So there are, let me think, 22 colors. That's a lot. There are a lot of colors to choose from, which I think is great. The one, like I said, is number 23 that I have. This is very much a My Lips But Better color, which might be dark for some people. I'll swatch it on my wrist so you can see it as well. My wrist is a little bit lighter than my face. So I've given it, I don't know, about a minute to dry while I've been talking. And it says it's quick drying and it's transfer proof. So I'm just gonna go ahead and test that for you. You can see that there is transfer. But what I can tell you is that even though it doesn't meet all those expectations, like the 8-hour wear, like the transfer proof, like the ink-like formula, it's none of those things, but I do love the color. I think it's beautiful. I do like how it is hydrating while it's on. If this color were to completely come off on the top and you were just left with that stain on the lips, it would definitely not be hydrating for me. I would be applying lip balm or a lip gloss on top or reapplying it. Let's just double check and make sure I talked about everything. Yes, high impact color and very lightweight feel, so I agree with the rest of those things. If you're interested in this product, just know that all those claims aren't completely accurate, but the product itself is still good. There's nothing that I would say that would deter me from purchasing another color in it. In fact, I'm waiting to see if it comes back into stock in my store because I just want to swatch it just to make sure that it will work for me. So if you learned something from this video or you just enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks!